Hello, my awesome friends. Welcome to PMP Exam Mindset. We're on to day 11, and day 11 is all about engaging and supporting virtual teams. Keith Ferrazzi says virtual teams require virtual leadership. In other words, if you are leading a virtual team, you cannot lead them exactly the same way you would lead a physical team. There are more parameters and uncertainties at play, different kinds of dynamics. Chapter 11 of the PMP Exam Immersion book tackles this practice of virtual team management and leadership. It covers the best practices for engaging team members who are not co-located and the tools that can support virtual collaboration. I want you to look out for a word, fishbowl window concept. The fishbowl window concept likens a fish in a bowl to a team member who is virtual looking outside of where they are through the webcams of their team members. It's talked about in the Agile Practice Guide. It's something that you want to know a little bit about. Agile approaches for virtual teams emphasize the importance of over communication, frequent check-ins, and the use of collaborative tools to maintain engagement and a strong team dynamic. It is definitely a new game altogether for some. Let's go into our true or false questions for the day. Number one, agile practices are less effective with virtual teams. True or false? Now, that is false because we don't make generalizing statements. While virtual teams present unique challenges, agile practices can be highly effective. They emphasize communication, transparency, and adaptability, which are crucial for distributed environments. With the right tools and disciplined practices, virtual agile teams can be successful. Number two, over communication is unnecessary in virtual agile teams. Again, this is false. In virtual agile teams, over communication is often necessary to compensate for the lack of informal in person interactions. This includes frequent check ins, clear documentation, and proactive sharing of information to ensure everyone is aligned and engaged. Number three, true or false? Virtual teams can benefit from the same agile practices as co-located teams. And the answer is true. Virtual teams can indeed benefit from the same core agile practices, daily stand-ups, sprint planning, sprint reviews, and sprint retrospectives. However, these practices often need to be adapted and supported by the appropriate virtual collaboration tools and communication strategies. All right, number four. True or false? Frequent check ins are crucial for maintaining engagement in virtual teams. Yeah, you already know that this is right because we just talked about it. Indeed, those frequent check ins are important. They help maintain engagement and connection among virtual team members. They provide opportunities for team members to share progress, raise blockers, and feel connected to the team and project, combating feelings of isolation. Number five, the final one, true or false? The answer to this, even before seeing it, I made the mistake of showing it to you. Collaborative tools play a minor role in the effectiveness of virtual agile teams. And the answer is false because indeed, collaborative tools like video conferencing, shared whiteboards, project management software play a major and essential role in the effectiveness of agile teams, virtual agile teams. They bridge geographical gaps, they facilitate communication, and enable shared visibility of work and progress. And there you have it for our true or falses for day 11. Question of the day. Your global data platform team spans 7 time zones. Team members in Asia feel excluded from design discussions. European team members dislike the late night meetings. And United States architects report that asynchronous communication is difficult to follow. Morale and productivity are declining. What is the best approach to re engage the virtual team? Is it A, assess time zone and cultural needs, pilot a follow the sun cadence with rotating facilitation, introduce asynchronous video briefings and decision logs, and review effectiveness at regular intervals? Or is it B, consolidate design sessions into a single time zone friendly meeting, record the session for others, and require questions to be submitted after viewing the recording? C, require a 2 week in person co location at kickoff and rely on the relationships formed there to sustain performance when the team returns to remote work? Or is it D, implement strict communication protocols that limit who can post decisions, archive threads weekly to reduce volume, and narrow discussions to essential topics only? I'll let you think about it for a little bit. Hit the pause button for more time. Okay, my friends, let's take a look at the potential options. Any option that forces a way of practicing anything on the team is generally not preferred. And anything that delays taking action is not preferred either. So if we take a look at A, assess the time zones and cultural needs. That is considering everyone, and people would feel heard when we assess time zones. And a follow the sun cadence means you're following when the sun is up to have those meetings as close to when the sun is up as possible. And it says with rotating facilitation. And then it says introduce asynchronous video, which means you can watch the video offline, right? And decision logs and review effectiveness. How effective is this solution for the team? Review effectiveness at regular intervals. That's a very solid solution in that it's not only looking at now, but it's saying things could change. Let's keep examining this. If we take a look at B, it says consolidate design decisions into a single time zone friendly meeting. So one meeting spread across these 7 time zones, you already know that this is not sensible. There is no way it's going to work out well for every time zone. Some time zones is not going to work out well for them. Option C, requiring a 2 week in-person co-location at kickoff, telling everyone, hey, we're all going to meet for 2 weeks. Wow, 2 weeks? And you're all going to meet in person. And then rely on those relationships formed there to sustain virtual performance? Really? While those relationships are really priceless and very important, you cannot rely solely on that to sustain performance when the team returns to work. Remember, it's already a problematic situation. So just saying, well, we've met, be happy, that's not a good solution. So C is written off. And D, the word strict, it immediately tells you this is not a very agile approach. Implement strict communication protocols that limit who can post decisions, archive threads weekly to reduce volume, and narrow discussions to essential topics only. It's very marginalized, it's very stiff, it's not agile. For that reason, my friends, the best answer is A. Engagement requires examining virtual team needs, investigating alternatives, implementing inclusive options, and continually evaluating effectiveness. The other choices privilege one region or oversimplify the problem. And that's why we chose option A. Okay. All right. Let's move on to our final page, which is from the PMP exam content outline. Simply reads engage and support virtual teams. Engaging the team means paying attention to the team, working with the team, collaborating with the team. There's engagement and there's support. You got to examine the virtual team member needs across the geography, the environment, the culture globally. You got to investigate, are there any alternatives to communicate? What does a team think? This isn't you, the PM, making up your mind how to do stuff for the team. No, it's a team making up their mind themselves. See? Number three, implement options for virtual team member engagement. So, whatever options they are to engage people virtually, do that. And lastly, continually evaluate the effectiveness of virtual team member engagement. Is this thing working? What can we do better next time? Okay. And that is the end of task 11 under the people domain. Thank you for joining me today. I wish you all the best as you prep for your exam. If you are struggling and you're looking for clear, concise instruction for the PMP, go on down to tinyurl.com/elite PMP. And if you are taking the CAPM, go on down to tinyurl.com/elite CAPM. Thank you, my friends. I wish you all the very best. Bye for now.